Kim Jong-un's rogue regime warns its nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles are not on the negotiating table.
Fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Mattis's comments followed a new, very specific threat from North Korea. It's preparing military plans to strike the American Pacific island of Guam. The threat was unusually specific, mentioning the B-1 bombers stationed there at Andersen Air Force Base. The island's governor dismissed North Korea's threat.
There is no threat to our island.
Not everyone's convinced.
Guam has been a major topic in the news lately. The possibility that a war could break out. Seriously concerned for our safety here. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are Hovey Life. My name is Kat. I am a mother to a sweet little 2-month-old baby, and I am married to my husband Jacob. We are stationed on Guam, and now I know Guam has been a major topic in the news lately, mainly Guam and the threats North Korea has been sending over to us. And it's totally valid for everyone in the States to kind of be freaking out a bit over North Korea threatening a US territory. It is absolutely insane to think of the possibility that a war could break out. First of all, I want to put out a disclaimer for everyone to be aware that the media is not just after exploiting the news, but it is after their ratings as well. So just like we do here on YouTube, people put in crazy thumbnails. They over-exaggerate with clickbait titles to entice everyone to come in, watch their content, and see what they have to say. And the news media does a similar type of thing. Not to say that the news isn't true and North Korea isn't threatening Guam with missiles, whether it be in the waters near Guam or actually on the island itself. This news still is very shocking and very important that we pay attention to. Now, that goes with saying it doesn't mean that the news media outlets aren't allowed to exaggerate a bit. Stakes are running pretty high this day and age, and tensions between countries are crazier than ever, especially now with Trump as our president. Everybody knows him as a loudmouth, and he says exactly what's on his mind, and he doesn't hold back, which can get our country into trouble sometimes. With that being said, he did say he wanted to pour out hell and fury onto anyone who messes with us, particularly North Korea, and that gave Kim Jong-un a bad taste in his mouth, so he threw out a threat right back at us. I have gotten so many texts, phone calls, emails, comments from quite a number of friends and family back home who are deeply worried about our position in all of this. So for those of my friends and family back home who are worrying about me, continue worrying, but just don't worry as much. We are going to be okay. Now, that's not me saying 100% war isn't going to break out, missiles are never going to be dropped on Guam, let alone anywhere else in the world, because there is the possibility that North Korea could attempt to try to do something like that. But I want to remind you guys of everything that the news media outlets aren't reminding you of, and that is our safety. Now, a lot of you back home have been asking me, is Guam protected? How do you know you're going to be safe? How do you know that we will be okay or have a chance at surviving and being okay if missiles are thrown from North Korea to Guam? Number one line of defense is THAAD, T-H-A-A-D. THAAD stands for Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, formerly known as Theater High Altitude Area Defense. Now, you may be sitting there questioning, what is that? I have no idea what this stands for. I don't know what this means. I don't know what military acronyms are. It's okay, I'll tell you, I'll explain. THAAD, in short, is designed to take down short, intermediate, and medium range missiles while they are in the phase of re-entry or during their descent. Now, our second line of defense is what's called Patriot systems. Patriot system was used initially as an anti-aircraft system, but during 1988, the system was upgraded to provide limited capabilities in protecting us from ballistic tactical missiles.
Aegis.
Now, our third line of defense is what's called Aegis ships. A-E-G-I-S, Aegis. Yes, Aegis ships are yet another weapons defense system. These ships are able to use computer and radar technology in order to track and guide weapons. They're able to track and guide these weapons in order to destroy enemy targets. And last but not least, we have the satellite warning system, which is pretty obvious. It's a satellite with surveillance that is able to track that sort of stuff going on down below, so we know what's happening when it's happening. That way we're able to provide a warning ahead of time if possible. Now, in your head, you may be thinking, well, that's great. There's a lot of defense systems, blah, 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 blah. What's that gonna do for us? With the combination of all those defense systems working perfectly in uniform, the actual chance of a missile hitting Guam directly on the island or in its surrounding waters is 0.0001%. Both South Korea and Japan have similar defense systems that they can contribute to helping defend Guam if in need during an attack. And to state the obvious, the US has not turned a cold shoulder to North Korea. We are constantly monitoring their actions, their threats, everything. Anything we can get a hold of, we are watching. The military is watching, the government is watching. We are going to be protected at absolute all costs. Now, the rest of the US, who is now either learning just about the threats or learning what Guam actually is and the fact that it's a territory belonging to the US, they may be frantic, thinking, why isn't everybody in Guam freaking out? Why aren't people selling their houses? Why aren't people moving? Yada, 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 if they think that they're gonna try and like blow you up, basically. This just isn't new to the people of Guam and Hawaii. North Korea has been threatening them both for years and years now. Not to say it's any more important and that we shouldn't pay attention to it, because it is something that we need to be aware of. The US does a pretty good job of focusing on itself and not really other people's issues. So when it comes time that we are being directly threatened and directly affected by the situation and what's going on, that's when the whole entire country freaks out. That's when the news media lights up with covering everything possible to freak people out. They don't really focus much on the, you'll be safe if you do this, you can calm down by, you know, reading this. Like, they don't focus on reassuring you and calming you down. They focus on hyping you up to continue your views to roll in hour by hour, minute by minute, so that you keep checking back in on their news station, so that their views of their broadcast get higher and higher and higher and higher. So just a few things for the people who don't know what Guam is out there. Guam is a US territory. Those born here are US citizens, just like what happens back in the States. When you're born on American soil, you are automatically a US citizen, and that's the exact same thing that happens out here. Guam is an island in the Pacific Ocean, offering an abundance of amazing Chamorro and Guamanian culture, among others. And in lieu of that, there is a very, very, very strong military presence here in the Pacific, specifically in Guam. Guam is a US territory in Micronesia in the Western Pacific. For those of you who don't know the population, it is estimated to be at about 162,000 and growing people. The population of Guam is estimated to be 162,000 people and growing. Andersen Air Force Base and Naval Base Guam are the home to an estimated 13,000 service members and their dependents. To the dependents, significant others, and family members of those stationed or currently residing in Guam, I hope you found this comforting in that it can help put your mind at ease for all of the current threats and craziness that's going on surrounding Guam. I just want to remind you guys to stay safe, stay enlightened, and educate yourself. You are the only one in charge of informing yourself of all the knowledge you need to be aware of what's going on in this insane world nowadays. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy this video. Please feel free to share it with your friends and family and anybody who you think this might help. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below about what you think about this whole situation and just what your feelings are, whether you know somebody in Guam, whether you're worried, or if this video actually puts you at ease. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell down below so you can be updated every single time we upload a daily vlog. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm so glad I could sit down with you guys and just be open, talking from, you know, me to camera, and just really explain to you guys everything that's going on here in Guam and how we're feeling compared to just how the US is approaching this and what really would happen in the case of an actual attack. So thanks guys, and I will see you in our next daily video. Bye guys.